How you doing, everybody? And welcome to Dicey Decisions, where we roll dice, spin stories, and play some Durgan and Bargain.
Dun 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 dun.
Wait, we're playing Durgan and Bargain? I thought we were here to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, well, we're here to play some Durgan and Bargain. And if you all heard that, we today have a tip with us.
Hello, I'm alive again.
Huzzah!
Welcome back. We missed you so much.
I'm in like a weird mindset because I'm thinking about my parents now for unrelated reasons. But I'm happy to be here.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, all right.
We're not gonna look into that.
We're not gonna
laugh at my just the tip joke.
I thought it was very funny.
I didn't realize it, but that's part of the course.
For a second, I thought it was a Just Monica reference, and then I realized nobody else has played Doki Doki Literature Club.
Sadly, no.
And you should count yourselves lucky, because that is a suffering game.
You told me not even to watch your playthrough.
No, don't. You will
I don't think
not
you
be
can
a happy person.
Game on our podcast. That's TM the Adventure Zone.
Oh god. So I kind of wanted to have a bit of a announcement, not announcements, but since we don't really have like merch or events coming up quite yet, although we do have some stuff in the works, I would like to kind of go around the table, the proverbial virtual table, and kind of ask everyone, what kind of projects are you all working on right now? Is there anything that you're excited about other than this?
I get to write the curriculum for my school.
Wow. So, teacherly.
It's definitely not titular.
Okay, cool. Don't let me use vocab. I'm knitting. I'm knitting a lot. I'm knitting so much.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, I can't knit worth the shit. I can crochet, and I personally think it's much simpler, so I applaud you.
Carly, with our powers combined, we can just have so much.
You can be a whole grandma.
You could be a whole grandma.
A whole grandma.
I was looking up videos about crocheting, and for the life of me, I cannot understand those like knots. It confuses me to no end.
Yeah, I had the same problem with knitting. I have made one singular scarf knitting for my sister, who, bless her heart, she still wears it even though it's absolutely god-awful.
Aw.
That's actually really cute.
That's really sweet.
That's I know you saw it while we were down there, the red scarf that Katie has.
Oh, that's the thing?
Yeah.
That doesn't look bad.
It's bad.
Ah.
It's very crooked.
To an expert eye, it sucks.
Well, this is the part where I would go and say, like, oh yeah, this is the thing I'm working on, but this consumes my life. So
the thing that I'm working on, I'm learning cake decorating skills at work, which is really fun.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm learning that I need to start wearing my carpal tunnel brace if I'm going to be doing cake decorating.
Oh.
But like, because I'm broken. Previous discussion withstanding. And I'm learning how to sew.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So everybody's getting sewn gifts for Christmas because I'm fucking cheap.
For Christmas?
Yeah.
For Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
We should try to have a special Christmas episode where we all like exchange gifts or something.
Our Christmas episode is going to be a one-shot of us killing Santa.
Don't tempt me.
Already did that.
Damn it.
They saved Santa. They didn't kill him.
If Travis Willingham was given his way.
He wouldn't kill Santa.
He tried to kill Santa.
So that he could be the new Santa.
I think that's a noble pursuit.
Anyway, I think we have digressed enough.
No, we must go farther into the void.
Y'all, we're gonna take over this D&D podcast to become a crafts live show.
We need to have a crafting day, Tiff.
Oh my god, please.
And watch Pride and Prejudice 2005.
Yes!
Oh my gosh, guys. You know what I just realized?
Colors so gay.
Things are getting dicey.
I think this headband is like way too big.
Okay.
So,
Is that the one that was supposed to be a baby headband?
Yes.
Bless your heart.
I'm trying.
Knitting is hard.
So, last we left our story, you three travelers, Helga, Soot, and Kat, were all investigating a series of disappearances in the city and outskirts of Dagdaral, capital city of the Dagdurian Empire. You eventually uncovered a humanoid trafficking front in a section of the docks owned by a very influential family in the city, House Zamesia. Thiedric left to go alert the shield master of your findings and asked you to meet him at the BladeCon sign at dawn, allowing you the night to recuperate from several near-death experiences. After spending an evening getting to know each other a little bit better and me pretending to be a bird,
the usual evening for us.
You awoke a little later than you'd prefer, a couple hours after daybreak. You rushed to get ready for the day and hurried out the door. And, with no more preamble, my friends, as you rush through the gates of the city, past the main market square, bustling with mid-morning business, to the northeastern edge of the Margad Bard, to the BladeCon sign, where you arrive in the small square formed by the big wall, like 50-foot high wall.
Is it named the Big Wall?
It is not named Big Wall. It's not named Big Wall. You come into this small square, which is formed by the 50-foot high wall, one of the walls that divides up the many districts of the city, and the surrounding buildings, which are just kind of built around this small square here, one of which is the building you seek, the Hand of Justine in a diagonal blade emblazoned upon the door. And there's multiple low-rank paladins kind of patrolling the area, chatting quietly when they pass each other. And you're just kind of standing here kind of panting as you rushed, like, what would normally be like a half-hour walk in about 10 minutes. Like, you all sprinted to get here, and you're sweating, you're kind of panting. You're awake now!
Why we go so fast?
So at some point probably just climbed onto Helga. He's small. His little feet cannot take him far.
Small babe.
So, what are you all doing?
Carrying small babe.
I'm looking for Thiedric. Is he there?
He's not outside.
All right, let's go in, I guess. We're very late, and he's going to be very pissed.
All right, so you enter in the door. On the right is that same woman, whose name escapes me. I believe her name was. I've got it. Her name is Cindy. Actually, I have it written down here. What a miracle. As you enter the door, on the left is a kind of a waiting room. There's like some chairs, a table with a plant on it. There's a map of the city on the wall with just like the different districts outlined, and just kind of it's just kind of a calm waiting area. There's a door immediately across from you, and to the right there is a desk with a door kind of adjacent to it and behind it, behind which is sitting a woman in a red dress with an emblem of the Hand of Justine on her left chest, and with some pince-nez glasses. And you recognize her as the same woman that you saw yesterday morning, actually. And she looks up. Oh, are you here to see Thiedric again?
No.
Yes, we had some business.
Excellent. He did mention that you would be stopping in earlier today. I'll go see if he's still waiting.
Yeah, we almost died yesterday. Sorry.
She's not even listening. She's already like she just stands up and kind of sticks her head through the door. You can kind of she sticks her head through the door and just kind of looks around for a moment. And comes back in and looks at the three of you. If you could just please wait here for a moment, please.
No.
Helga, yes, we'll wait.
Right. And she goes back through the door. It closes behind her, and you're left alone.
Can I look at her desk? I'm very curious about what's on it.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Perception. I'm going to use real life dice because I'm not about this fucking fake dice shit. All right.
You know, they say that the Roll20 system is actually like more reliable because it's like a computer deciding.
I got a nat 20.
You were saying,
I like
Kip?
real dice.
All right, natural 20 with your very keen eye and your just
Your
natural...
bird's eye view, if you will.
Ooh.
Oh my god, your natural inclination for taking in information and being able
Being a very
to
curious
relay it
little
for
boy.
yes,
Fucking Snoop.
your natural inclination plus your admittedly just quick mind, you know, you have a very keen intelligence and you can pick specific things out. You actually are very good at reading upside down, and you do see that she was reading a book that is open in front of her, and you get a couple of pages in and she was in the middle of a raunchy scene.
It's not.
She was reading some smut at her desk, and so you kind of like shake that out of your mind, although you're never going to forget that. Yeah, it was describing some, like, midway through a scene between what sounded like a couple of orcs and a young farm woman.
Oh, okay. So takes a little of ash from his prayer wheel and like kind of smudges it on to like not bless it, but purify it as best he can.
The book?
The book. He's
Wait.
like raunchy.
Okay, you reach over the desk and like kind of smear a little bit of soot on it, and you move to the next thing, which seems to be a pile of papers that look like there's, you know, they seem to be identical forms that have been filled out for reports of crimes that were either acted upon or were reported, and it looks like she's just kind of going through and filing them as to what appears to be maybe to either send up, like this is something that might need like a bounty or a warrant issued, or just something that like, okay, this is probably something that was handled and just something to kind of put away.
Do I read any names on it?
With that natural 20, you do see that the top paper is a murder case that seems to have gone on in the last several days. The date is a couple days before the festival, before you got here. It just seems like there was an angry what looks like aggravated assault that eventually, unfortunately, ended in the murder of someone, and you don't recognize any of the names though on it.
Oh,
I hate when assault ends in the murder of someone.
okay. I don't actually like read any specific name. I'm only saying this just because I had a keen mind and expert forgery.
Yeah, you were just curious, and that's fine.
Okay.
That's totally fine.
This is fine then. Okay, cool.
All right, so you sit there and wait. And is there anything else you would like to do while you're waiting? Any of you?
Helga whistles a tune.
Sit goes back to sit with his friends.
All right.
I'm gonna kind of like wander around, look at the different like names on desks and things like that, and doors, and see if there's just anything. Just kind of take it all in. I'm not used to this form of law enforcement.
Yeah, there's no names on the doors. One of them does say, all of them actually say Paladins only. You know, because you can't just have civilians just walking into, you know, the main district. It's like walking into the main police building of the city. Like, you can't just like walk into anywhere. But there are some scribbles on the desks along the far wall next to the single door that's opposite of the entryway. There are a set of chairs that seem to have metal hooks for manacles on, probably where they put, you know, criminals for holding for temporary processing, and then bring them in later to bring them wherever they bring them.
Bring them in.
And
I'm up, boys.
yeah. So those chairs there, you do see some scratchings on some of those chairs. Most of them seem to be random names, like there's one that says Argus was here, or and underneath most of the names, there seems to be a couple of the names have like hash marks on them for like how many times they've been arrested and put in that chair.
I believe they're called tallies.
Thank you, Kit.
I'm a teacher, okay?
Tally marks!
You
Tally.
get a tally. And you get a tally.
Tally tale.
Everyone gets a tally! So yeah, you're just kind of walking around and you wait for a little bit. And then you wait for a little bit more. And if you weren't restless yet, you are getting restless. Until the door slowly squeaks open. And she sticks her head out. She's like, yes, Thiedric is actually already upstairs. I will have, you there! You! Recruit, come here! And, out from the door not behind her desk, but the door adjacent to her desk, comes a young man,
You
looks
cut out
about...
for a second. I heard, like, not the last minute.
Not the last minute?
A young paladin is coming into the room.
Yes,
I think-
she
okay.
came back and she's like, Thiedric is already upstairs, actually.
Okay.
I will have one of the recruits take you. And she calls one of the recruits over. And this, what looks like maybe 17-year-old young man with the tiniest little, like, wispy scruff of a beard, and very not ill-fitting armor, but it definitely looks like either it's a hand-me-down or he just hasn't filled it out yet. Very scrawny, and he comes up to the three of you and kind of clicks his heels together and salutes quickly and crisply.
And he says, "Hi."
And says,
Oh,
Hello.
follow me. And turns on his heel and heads through the door. Kind of like fumbles with it for a second, like doesn't know whether to hold the door open for you or just like go through it, and then decides to go through the door opposite from the far wall.
Is Kat suspicious? Does she feel like anything's up?
Go ahead and roll an insight check on I guess on Cindy.
Puberty.
on puberty. Soot is gonna like mimic his follow me with the broken voice. Follow me! Follow me!
Oh, I'm sorry. I had a thing toggled. Should I just take the first one?
Well, you rolled the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought one was a 6. Oh, well, the 16 then.
Cindy seems to be perplexed. Also, she seems a little perplexed at like the whole situation here, like that, you know, just a trio of mercenaries, very weird looking mercenaries.
Hey,
I take
Helga's
offense to
gorgeous.
that.
You are all very weird looking compared to what she's used to.
Fuck you, Helga's gorgeous.
I'm a cute boy. How dare you?
I know how
I'm just a random white chick.
Yeah, you got this weird Greek-looking chick just chilling there. But nothing seems to be like amiss, I would say. She just seems rather kind of not approving of the level of professionalism that you appear to be showing.
Sounds racist.
I'm going to give her a very firm and classy practiced bow.
She kind of she returns with a kind of a bow of the head. Not classier, but like just the appropriate amount of respect due. She offers a bow as well. Right. See them off. And right this way, please.
So replies with
nods her head like cha.
So replies with a very like loud "Blessed be Vana." That sound and just scoots along.
Okay, so this teenager leads you all down this straight hallway which has what looks like some offices with closed doors. These ones do have names on them, none of which you recognize specifically, except for the one on the end on the left. That one does have Shield Heart written on it, kind of scratched on it in a not very, not messy, but not very well-written script. Just kind of on a small placard nailed onto the door. That door is shut as well. As you get to this T intersection, there is a stairway heading down that seems to hit a landing and then turn to the right and then continue further down. The Paladin recruit, however, turns to the right and kind of makes a 180 to go up a set of stairs that you recognize as the same stairs that lead up to the second floor that Thiedric led you through to get to the Shieldmaster's office. And as you continue up, you are clearly in a more, how do you say, more fancy upstairs. Clearly the higher ranked, perhaps this is where the offices of some higher captains are situated. And at the end of this rather short hallway, there's only 4 extra offices on either side. You get to the door that you recognize, and he turns to the side and clicks his heels and gives this quick salute again, and then turns around and like shuffles away as quickly as possible.
What a weirdo.
Nerd. Sounds like a nerd.
Hey, it's hard being new. All right.
He said he was new.
I mean, he was a baby.
Soot is baby. Soot is capable.
But yeah, she said he was a recruit. That would mean pretty new.
Follow me, good boy.
Love Soot. Yes, Soot. Throw that shade.
Yeah. No, good boy. Whatever. So it points to the I don't know. I guess we should investigate the hallway.
He led you to the door of the Shieldmaster's office. You're standing outside mocking him as he goes down the hallway. He's very red around the ears.
Aww.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
I love you.
He's gone by now.
Aww. Hello is a good boy.
Baby.
Anyway,
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna just lead the way going in.
All right. Do you just open the door or do you knock?
I'm going to knock.
ignore.
Okay.
I'm gonna open it before she knows.
So, Katrina, you raise up your hand to knock on it, and you get one as Helga just opens the door.
Helga, remind me to have a talk with you about etiquette. I mean,
oh, thank God you're here.
I'm not going to give it.
Who is she?
You, as the door opens, the room is revealed to have about 4 paladins standing on either as you enter the room. They are standing against the wall that the door is on, and in front of you there's Thiedric kind of leaning forward towards the Shieldmaster, who is sitting at her desk and looking very irritated and almost concerned.
Hello.
It's a very interesting combination of emotions on her face. She's there with her you recognize the short whatchamacallits
Dwarves?
No, she's not short. She's not a dwarf. She is a human. She has this very, very angular jaw, harsh face, very Taraji P. Henson, but with a very strong undercut, dyed blonde. Very imposing figure there. And as you open the door, Thiedric is in the process of wheeling around to see who it is, and there's this mixture of relief, frustration, but overall just
He's
releasing of tension to see you all.
He's happy to see us.
Oh, I was worried when the three of you didn't show up this morning. I assumed the worst. We were about to. I'm glad you're here.
Thiedric!
Good to see you too, friend.
Soot runs up to the desk and gives him like a pat on the hand.
Thank you, Soot.
Thank you for your concern. We had a rough night last night.
Yes, I was kind of waiting to tell Shieldmaster your side of it until you got here. I've told her everything. Shieldheart, please, I've heard you talk enough today.
Ooh. Burn.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't say that about Thiedric. He's trying his best.
Alright, so Shieldheart has told me quite the interesting story. I'm interested to hear what the three of you have to say. I'm listening.
So what all did Thiedric tell you to spare you from having to listen to something you obviously don't have any interest in hearing?
Oh, I've got a lot of interest in hearing what you have to say and whether it matches up with what he says.
All right, so we left after speaking with you to start investigating the missing people. We asked around a few people and found a lead about a gentleman who had recently gained employment in the business district, and him and his entire family had gone missing. After speaking with a grungy fellow for some information, we figured out that his employers were linked to, what was the name of the family?
Soot takes out one of the charcoal from his pack and writes on the desk, Zamigia, and points at it, like, keeps tapping at it very fervently.
Yes, thank you. That family. And so we went to the docks and walked up to the guards at the gate when it was raining and asked if they knew where we could take shelter. And they immediately tried to do something to my mind, tried to persuade me of a magical manner, which didn't work because let's not go into that. Didn't work. They tried to kill us. We fought. They ran. Helga and Soot pursued. And when I got to them, they were very nearly dead, covered in snakes. The cat was pissed, and we fought them back. And upstairs in this warehouse, we found the missing people, one of which who was very nearly beaten to death, and all were in bondage, and it seemed that they were being sold into slavery, which, isn't something that I knew existed on this side of the water.
It's not supposed to. Anything else?
We found some other things upstairs, fancy goods, and I kind of pull out everything but the cloak and just the stuff that I had found.
All the expensive items.
If I was a good mercenary, I would keep all of this, but anyway.
So what exactly are you pulling out?
I believe I had a few like pieces of jewelry, and
Okay, all right, that's what I thought. So you pull out what you assumed were the personal belongings of the other people that they had captured. Okay, so you pull those out, put them on the desk. And it's a small pile. It's a lot of gold jewelry, what looks like a pocket watch, a bunch of rings, some piercings and whatnot that were pulled out, excuse me. And
All things that definitely seem to have been pulled from people. It's just... It was very difficult to find the information that we did. It took a lot of bartering and a lot of teeth pulling, although not literally, although I'm pretty sure Helga would have enjoyed that.
She was the village dentist.
It's canon now.
I do believe I need to tell you that not many of the people we spoke with had very much confidence that anything was going to be done in the matter.
Shit.
Okay, I need you to roll a persuasion check to convince her that you're telling the truth.
But I am.
She doesn't believe you, though.
21.
Ooh.
Okay. Shieldmaster Theta Thundercall. Kata Thundercall sits back in her chair. It creaks very loudly. And she kind of makes a bridge with her hands and rests her chin on it and thinks for a moment.
It's not really in your interest to believe a foreigner when I'm telling you that nasty things are tied up with people in power. But I am telling the truth. We did exactly what was asked of us. And I just ask that something, even some consideration of doing something, happens.
Yes, Thiedric has given me a great many platitudes about what we can do more for the city, and I'm inclined to believe him. I'm inclined to believe you. You said they did something magical to persuade you. Could you describe these people that you supposedly fought?
Soot speaks in Chaos Tongue the words that they were shouting at each other. The "Don't pussy out," but in Chaos Tongue.
Okay, so yeah, the Soot kind of perks up and looks at the rest of you and goes, it's fucking terrifying.
Delightful.
So
Everyone...
they acted like that.
So it's just like nodding.
It's very of course this was spoken in the middle of battle, so it was a lot of shouting and stuff. So in this very quiet room, it's a jarring, terrifying sound. There's this clatter as all of the 4 guards standing flanking the door kind of jump a little bit. Thiedric looks down at you, so not as surprised as everyone else because he's seen you do this before. The Shieldmaster does not even flinch.
Oh, damn.
She's just looking at you.
He's staring back.
Interesting.
They had slitted eyes and scaly skin.
Yes, Thiedric has described them. So, alright. I want you to understand my position. I have one of my people plus some mercenaries that we just met that we were going out on a limb to give some work to, telling me that we have what amounts to a secret society of snake people living in my city completely undiscovered for nigh how many years. Now you do understand if I go to my superiors with that, I will lose my job.
You don't have to do anything about it now, but at least continue investigating it. Give us the means to continue investigating it.
Well, I think I do have to do something about it now, because I have this, and she holds up a unopened letter with a very specific seal on it that you have seen on some kind of richer folk around the town that seem to allude to. Go ahead and roll a history check, actually.
History check.
Ah!
Ooh, can I also roll a history check?
Take a look
I
in a book.
Soot,
rolled a
I will
natural
allow you to roll a history check because you've lived in the area.
Even though I have a +6 to history, it does nothing.
Michael, will you believe if I actually rolled another nat 20?
I want you to take a fucking picture of
I
that.
promise
You've rolled
you-
2 natural 20s in a row.
I know, this is crazy. I'm not joking.
Tip's got one of those what's it called? 20-sided die where the 20s on like
On every side. It's
I
like
brought-
19 20s and 1
I
1.
cross my heart. This is...
Are you fucking kidding me?
I cross my heart. The full Odyssey, not 20.
Doodly-doo-doo. Put your phone on silent, by the way.
It's,
No. Never.
Never. How else will you know of my nats?
We are professionals in this fucking... We are in no way professional. You sent that?
Yes.
Yeah, I got
haven't.
it.
Okay, I haven't gotten it yet. I'll take y'all word for it. Okay. So, alright, I'm gonna do... Okay. It's not so much a history thing, but so, with your literal photographic memory, you remember when you were speaking to that super shady guy, Hythen?
Hythen.
And when Thiedric was holding him up against a wall, you did see his cloak come open for just a moment, and you could have sworn you saw that exact same symbol on his belt buckle.
Oh,
And you realize
Reading.
the shield master kind of sees all of you look, and maybe sees the recognition in Soot's eyes, but says, "This is a letter from the High Council of Daggerol.
Dirty rat!
Now, if I open this, I am almost positive that this has, especially after everything you've told me, messing with House Zamesia, one of the high-ranking families on the council. If I open this, I am almost positive that this has orders to arrest and detain the 3 of you. Now, I haven't opened it yet, so I don't have those orders."
Oh, you should never open it then.
Well,
You said you were going out on a limb to trust us. So trust us.
I have enough bullshitting juice in me to let this go until tomorrow.
Bullshit juice sounds disgusting.
So, you have 2 options. Alright? You have 2 options. You have the opportunity to get out of town within the day, or you can turn yourselves in and try to somehow prove this in a court of law, which is headed by one of the families on the council. Family Sop.
I want to choose an option 3. Where is the option 3?
There is no option 3.
There is
dear.
always option 3.
So
Well, option 3 is you can fight us
Usually
right
not.
now and have the
so
entirety
option
of...
3 is you're just going to ignore the problem.
I can't ignore the problem. I have to open this letter one way or another.
You know what I mean.
Option 3 usually is involving hitting things.
Helga,
Yes. Da.
no hitting.
But that usually helps.
Hey DM. Is there such thing as diplomatic immunity in such a in this system?
In what respect?
Just, diplomatic immunity. Crimes done by diplomat in the name of another country is allowed to be waived.
Well, diplomatic immunity only applies as if it's done specifically in the service of another country. So I'm gonna say, no, they don't have that kind of international law in Beconville. Thiedric kind of steps forward to the desk. I don't believe that these people could be lawfully arrested. Ma'am, it's out of my hands. Shieldheart. Permission to speak freely, ma'am. Denied.
Ooh.
So you're just gonna do the unlawful thing.
This is bullshit and you know it. I denied your request for free speech, Shieldheart.
Thiedric, don't get yourself into trouble on our account.
This is unfair. This is not how this works. This is unjust. I denied your request for free speech, Shieldheart. I will discharge you if you speak out of turn again.
Thiedric,
You are already facing
Thiedric!
court-martial for stepping out of jurisdiction. Go and turn yourself in downstairs. That's an order.
Oof.
I'm actually going to roll a wisdom saving throw for Thiedric.
Oh no.
Buddy.
There's a lot of shouting going on in this room. I don't know what he's going to fucking do.
Dad.
Oh, shit. Okay. Thiedric quietly steels himself, offers a very slow salute, and walks out of the room.
Never to be seen again. JK.
Soot doesn't want to be in this room. Soot follows Thiedric. Or attempts to follow Thiedric.
One of the paladins at the door steps in front of you. So
Dang it.
You have no reason to detain him.
he's going to be fine.
Hmm.
He's
You're
going to be
punching him
court-martialed. The worst that could happen to him is he could be demoted. He could work
You're
himself back
punishing
up
him
to that in no time.
for doing his job.
This is not something that I necessarily have the power to change fully, but I can do my best with it. If the council had their way, he would probably be in the same predicament that the three of you are in now. But with the way that we have our rules set up, he first gets subjected to a trial by his peers, which includes me. And the best we could do for him is make sure he just gets demoted.
Congratulations on doing the bare minimum.
Ooh.
You still have your choice to make. Either you have the day to get out of the city, or you turn yourselves in now.
Or turn ourselves in for doing the job that you gave us. I just literally snapped my pencil in half.
Channeling your inner cat.
And don't think that we won't use that we were working on your orders. If Thiedric is going to be under fire for doing his job, you're going to be under fire for doing yours.
You think I don't know that?
So it's really struggling here.
You okay there?
Under fire, and he gestures at the letter
Pew pew.
and does the thaumaturgy of a little spark. Go away?
That wouldn't fix it. Now, I can usually get behind a little arson.
Oh man, the fire won't work either. That was my second plan.
We do good. I don't...
Is it really like this everywhere? the rich and powerful get to piss all over truth and justice and the law.
Is it not like that where you're from, dear?
It is like that where I'm from. I'm trying to do something about it. That's why I'm here.
It was not so much like that where I was from, but now that where I was from is gone. So
Guess we're all in the same boat then.
no, we are not on land.
Oh my god. Kid, know that I got your pun, but Sid does not appreciate it.
I am in character, but Mike appreciates it.
We are on land. Thank you. I'm here till I don't know.
So
End of
looks
time.
to
Till we get arrested or otherwise.
Yeah,
so
what are you
looks
guys
to
doing?
Like Kat and Helga, and repeats in Oran's voice. Artúr, support Artúr.
Oh yes, maybe Artúr could help with the predicament.
Look, I am at the extent of the limit that I can do for you.
Well, you're not
Well,
Artúr.
that's not true. You're at the extent of the limit you can do with us while protecting your own ass.
Ooh.
Would you rather them put one of their puppets in my place?
Ooh.
Are you really acting like more than what they would be?
Ooh.
I have been a political puppet my entire life. And you still disgust me. Let's go. And she just turns and leaves.
Where are we going?
We're going
The
to find
paladins stand in front of you, but she does like a motion with her hand, and they step aside. And you, as the door closes, as one of them closes the door behind you, you hear a call after you. You have the day.
Don't think I don't know that.
And the door closes.
Tell me you just told us that.
Let's go find Oran and Gurg.
Thiedric?
Thiedric was just there.
No, find Thiedric.
Oh yeah.
He's downstairs submitting himself for a court-martial for doing his job and sticking his neck out to help us.
Help Thiedric.
Yes, that's why I want to go find Oran and Gurg. They know people high up.
So it relents and pat Cat's hand.
Her hands are very, very hot.
Yeah.
It's actually your feathers do kind of singe a little bit, like.
I try to hold on, but I do let go at the last moment I can.
You know how people say that people steam under the ears when they're really frustrated? Yeah, there's actually a little bit of heat coming out from underneath Cat's hair.
No.
Cute.
So you all head downstairs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go down the that first stairwell to that T intersection and continue down the rooms. The office of Thiedric's office on the right there at the stairs is the door is actually open, and there's that same recruit
Hello.
grabbing a couple of things.
Captain Hubert.
You boy, what are you doing?
I was
Captain.
Deleting evidence?
They
Let
said
me
to
see
just.
what you have.
He's holding a box with like just what looks like some files and some papers in it.
I'll take these for safekeeping. I know a friend of Thiedric's to give them to.
I've got strict orders to hand them to Cindy at the front desk.
I reach into my bag and I grab a scroll of pedigree and I hand it to him. Consider you overruled.
Ooh.
He kind of slowly unrolls it and kind of like really squints at it. And you realize for a moment he probably can't read very well.
Oh.
And he's like, This looks really official. Just please don't tell anyone, all right? I kind of
I
need
won't.
this.
Hey, come here. Come see.
He like slowly comes forwards towards you.
And I sock him in the eye.
Oh my god.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack.
Katrina!
What should I roll?
Are you punching him?
I'm punching him. Yeah.
Okay, you're
fucking
not
sock him.
proficient in unarmed attacks, so go ahead and roll a d20 and add your strength modifier.
I'm not proficient in unarmed attacks.
No, you have to have specific martial training in order to be proficient in unarmed attacks.
Huh,
Otherwise,
I
you're
didn't
just
know
hitting.
that. Okay, and it's
Just roll a d20
Slash
and add your
R.
strength.
/R 1d20.
Yeah, and add your strength.
Plus that's a natural 19 plus my strength modifier is
Jesus
a plus
Christ.
4. So that would be a 23 to hit.
Oh, I
Okay,
feel so bad
well,
for puberty.
okay, so unarmed attacks do 1 damage plus your strength modifier.
Mhm.
So what's your strength modifier?
4.
Okay, so you do 5 points of damage to him. Hold on. He's a recruit, so he's technically still, like a commoner.
A civilian.
He's just a commoner, so I'm just gonna use
Katrina!
commoner stats. Oh my god.
So I can't believe you, Cat. He's shaking his head.
Hold on, where's the fucking commoner? I think they have, like, maybe 10 hit points.
Oh no.
Katrina!
I beat this shit out of this poor boy.
Oh my god, am I going to use Cure Wounds on him?
I don't know. We're gonna see. He's not a very tough guy.
Katrina.
Oh, fuck. I can't find it. Whatever.
That's just a
Roll a
sad-
d10 to see how many hit points he has.
Yeah,
If
there's
he gets
no
a
way he
one,
has more
I'm
than
gonna
10 hit
suck.
points, so we're just gonna say a d10 plus 1. No, not even a plus 1. He's just got a d10. Why do I have needle nose pliers here? Oh no. I rolled a 1.
Mike too!
Oh my god. Okay, so you
my
kind of
God.
rolled more than twice his hit points.
Oh no.
So you get like a good enough hit on him, like you could have killed him with this hit. I can expect you were not trying to kill him though.
No,
Please
I
tell me
was
you're
not
not
trying to kill him. There was no intent to kill, so can he just be stabilized,
He's
unconscious and stable?
sure, yeah. With your prerogative to just knock him out, you sock him in the eye socket, like right across the temple, actually, and he just and just like falls over with a clatter.
Oh my god.
And I put 5 gold in his pocket.
Okay.
Can I...
Soot, before you freak out,
Uh,
this is the only way for him to not be under fire. We strong-armed him for this information, and I just take everything that I can find from his desk.
Oh my god.
can I at least just
And
do...
instead of putting it in the box, I'm throwing it all into the bag of holding.
Oh my gosh.
All right, you're just grabbing all of Thiedric's paperwork and just everything you can find and tossing it into the bag of holding.
Let me go get the cat real fast. Can we pause?
Sure.
Sure.
Is he trying to get in? Come here, buddy. What's up? What's up, you little shit?
He's a noisy boy.
The loud, angry boy. All right, he's better now.
Oh gosh.
All right.
I know that we said that Cat hit him with the intent of unconsciousness, but can I still roll a medicine check just to like
Make sure he's
Make sure
okay.
he's stable.
make sure he's like stable?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a medicine check.
So we're...
Are you proficient?
Yes, I am.
Oh
So,
wow! Shit.
I rolled a
So
6.
you have actual medical training.
Yeah,
Bear that in mind.
yeah. 6 plus 7, so 14. Wait, no, that I'm dumb. 13. 13.
You got a what?
13.
13. He's breathing. He doesn't seem to be like you don't like feel any like significant damage other than swelling at his temple. He seems just out cold. He's snoring now.
Okay, I still rub some, like, a good hearty amount of ash onto his forehead and say, blessed be, and kiss him
Okay.
on the forehead. On the forehead.
You just peck him on the forehead, literally.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, yeah. So you
I-
do that.
Beautiful baby.
I take everything and I quickly throw it into the bag. I shut Thiedric's door, kind of gently push the child into the room, shut the door, and then we just continue walking with the same expressions we had.
Okay, I would like everyone to roll. As you actually continue down the hallway, the door opens, and there is Thiedric, not in like manacles or everything, but he is being flanked behind by 2 paladins. And he's not in his paladin gear. He's just in his normal clothes.
Thiedric! Soot runs up to him and holds his hand.
One of the one of the paladins goes, "Hey."
I throw some ash at him.
No, guys, please don't make too much of a problem of this. I knew I was going against what I am allowed to do by helping you out. I don't regret it. Please, just do what you can to just get out of the city. If you can't go against these people.
I mean, I'm already plotting to overthrow one government. What's another one, right? And I like laugh to make it seem like a joke, and then keep walking.
All right, Thiedric is led past you, and you watch him being led down the hallway and actually left down those stairs that you saw earlier. And the door's still open to the waiting room where you see Cindy extremely just like very flushed and upset.
Oh, Cindy, it will be okay.
Me too. So like has the most troubled expression, as if he's like on the verge of crying. It's like,
Oh. No, Soot.
Soot really likes Thiedric. This isn't fair.
All right, so
The fuck is this society?
I'm walking out, and I'm heading for the original inn that we were at,
okay.
because my fucking horse is there.
So the rest of you follow.
Yeah, follow.
I mean, yeah, but I have some notes I want to write down.
Okay.
I want like Soot. We get to the inn, but Soot is like fluffing himself in front of the hearth and trying to gather as much ash as he can because he got some plans.
Oh, he got some plans. Okay. All right. Soot is doing a little thing.
He's
If
getting
Tip
some
needs
ash.
time, if Tip needs time to write things down, Carly does need a potty, so.
Well, actually, as you get to the whatchamacallit, the tavern, the inn, as it were, the owner comes up to you.
Wasn't it called the Hungry Goat?
What's his name again? No, it was called the got my notes here.
Oh, the Flag and Dragon.
No.
Dragon.
Dragon's Flagon?
Flag and Dragon.
No, that's
That's Kavachi's place.
Kavachi's place.
Oh, we're not going to the Kavachi's place?
Eh,
Where the
no,
fuck are we going?
we're going to where Helga and Kat were staying
Oh,
before.
I do not know that place.
We're going to where wild things are.
That would be, where is it? The Roaring Sunset Tavern. The kind of snarky, salt to the earth man, Rodic Sweetfellow, comes up to you. Hey kid. Your horse has been sitting here for a couple of days now. I took care of him, gave him some feed, but you only paid me for the one night. I'm gonna need some kind of
I
compensation.
just grab the entire bag of copper that I have and throw it at him.
How much copper do you have?
1,432.
Oh my god. Okay, so you throw this very heavy sack of copper coins at him, and he like kind of fumbles to catch it. What? And he looks at it and he's like,
Consider
Sure.
yourself paid in full.
Uh-huh.
Thank you for looking over my horse.
Just so you know, that's the equivalent of about 10 gold.
I know.
Okay. He's like, all right.
Making me fail my stealth checks anyway.
How many nights are you gonna be staying here, I guess?
We're leaving.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Extra for us never having been here, alright?
Sure. He looks very bewildered.
And she's just trudging up the stairs.
All right. Helga, what are you doing?
I don't think Helga left any of her stuff there, so she's just gonna chill, or I guess go help Kat get stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's better.
You two,
see if Oran and Gurg left any of their stuff behind, I guess.
all right, you all go up to the rooms that you had previously. Gurg and Oran's room is locked. It appears that actually when you go to try the door, after a couple of seconds, a young elven person answers the door. Hi, can I help you?
Sorry. I had been in this room earlier. I thought I left something.
Oh no, this room is totally empty. Did you want to come in and take a look? Just in case? No, I'm just renting the room. You seem very terrifying, and I don't want to say no to you.
Oh no, that is fine. Thank you.
Okay. Have a good day. He closes the door. You hear the sound of the lock turning. You get to the room that the two of you had stayed in, and Katrina, had you left anything in there?
No, I didn't have anything, I don't think.
Yep, it's...
oh, yes, I left my extra clothes.
Yep, so your clothes are still in there. The room appears to not have been touched. You still had your key, so it was locked when you got to it and you opened it. It appears that Oran and Gurg had checked out of their room.
Mm.
But yeah, your stuff's still there, exactly where you left it.
I'm gonna get it changed since they haven't seen me like dressed up, and I'm gonna put on that cloak that I found and cover my face.
So you're putting on your nice things, your dress?
Yeah, for now.
Okay. It still has some mud on it from that day at the festival.
I washed it.
Oh, you did? All right. Yeah, it's totally. Yeah, you got it. You got pretty much everything out. It's a very easy to clean fabric. One of the staples of Kinesian made clothing is that it's very easy to clean, but also still very fine and soft.
And very light because it's fucking hot.
Oh yeah. You put it on. You're reminded. Oh yeah, it gets cold up here. So you put that on. You've got your other stuff. You have your cloak on. You almost look like a completely different person. So you put the hood up, and as you put the hood up, the cloak immediately shifts to change to the color of the wall behind you. And Helga, you're like, whoa.
Ooh.
This is a really neat thing. Alright, we need to go find Oran and Gurg.
Alright, so the two of you go back downstairs. Soot, are you still doing stuff?
Soot has collected as much ash as he needs, and he's written out a little, point plan for what he wants to communicate. First being the Oran and Gurg, then Artúr, and then an arrow connecting Artúr to the Namagia? Question mark, question mark, question
the
mark.
what? The Armagia?
Zamaji. Zamisia, there we go.
Okay, yes.
Question mark, question mark, question mark. And then he also draws the emblem on a piece of paper, like the emblem from that represents the higher class people on a sheet of paper.
Yes,
Just
the
to have-
council's emblem. Okay.
Yeah, just to have like on hand.
Sure thing. As you all kind of come together for you to kind of plan out your next steps, we're gonna go ahead and take a break. So we'll be back in 10 minutes. Everyone go take a piss, and we'll see you in just a moment.
You can't tell me when to piss, Mike.
Catch y'all in a sec. Bye-bye. All right, welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that short break. Hope everyone relieved themselves.
No.
So, our adventurers, after, experiencing a little bit of adversity when trying to tell their tale, they have been given an ultimatum.
We've
They
given
have
up
the day to leave the city or be arrested.
Fuck the police.
So, as you all gather in the Roaring Sunset Tavern, which you've just technically checked out of, it's about 11 o'clock, so, you got to check out of the hotel by then. You gather in the common area. What are you doing?
So it has written on the table, or like a tiny list, checkmarking like Oran and Gurg, Artúr, and then an arrow pointing to the. I'm gonna say it wrong again. I know I am. Nemesia.
Zamegia. Do you want me to
me.
spell that for you?
No, I have it written down. I just read it wrong every time. Yeah, pointing to the Zamegia and then like circling it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of Tip's many talents.
It's
Reading
reading.
something, but then saying it wrong.
Yep. It's called dyslexia, maybe. I am not tested. But, the feelings.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, this is what, and then he gestures to the two of you.
Hmm. Does he gesture kindly or rudely?
He slaps the table. He's very, like, gung-ho about this.
Oh, I love him.
Soot.
He has my attention.
Soot. We have the day to do something. And I'm going to do what we can, but I think we need to talk about the fact that we don't know you, and you don't have any obligation to continue to follow us, especially now. And if you're with us, I need you to be with us even if things go tits up.
Tits up.
So it looks very, like, plaintive.
And then if we do end up having to get the fuck out of Dodge, I can't speak for all of us, but you're okay to come with us. I mean, we're going after the star, and so you.
So it's nodding, and then he says in Thiedric's voice, I need you to trust me. And then he, like, holds out his hand to hold both of your hands.
I love this.
Do you all grab his hand?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, of course we hold his hands.
Good.
Okay. You all teleport to... No.
You teleport to the planet Thena!
You teleport into the middle of a volcano. Everyone dies. Roll their characters. Sorry.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
It was a very sweet moment. I'm sorry I ruined that.
No, it's perfect. This is exactly Oh wait, you know what? Actually, while they grab onto my hands, I'm gonna cast fucking Aid. It's a 2nd level spell.
Okay, what does aid do? Tell us.
Your spell bolsters your allies' toughness and resolve. Choose up to 3 creatures within range. Each target's hit point max and current hit points increase by 5 for 8 hours.
8 hours?
8 hours, baby.
Is that that's not concentration?
Nope.
Oh shit. Okay, so wait, your hit point maximum increases?
Yeah, their hit points maximum and current hit points increase by 5 for the duration.
Okay, so write down that you have 5 temporary hit points, the two of you, or all 3 of you, technically.
Yeah. It's going to be
But
the 3.
bear in mind, if you get any healing, those hit points do come back.
For the 8 hours.
For the 8 hours, yeah.
For the 8
it's not
hours.
just you get temporary hit points, it's your hit point maximum increases. So yeah, as you grab Soot's hands, you all feel like this energy surge through you. This bright light, not burning but warm energy kind of flows through you, almost like being under the sun, and you feel stronger, more hardy for a moment. You feel resolved.
It's the power of friendship.
It's the power of friendship flowing through you.
God damn it.
Very proud of this. But yeah, okay.
All right.
All right, we're gonna head towards where Oran and Gurg said that they were gonna be.
Where's that?
It was in the ritzy bitch part of town is where the friend was, right?
All right. Yep. So you head over to the Shine Bard, which is not too far of a walk from whatchamacallit. It's not too far of a walk from the Margad's Bard, where you are. The Shine Bard, that's a little further to the east, I think. So you walk through the Margad Bard, you are approaching one of those 50-foot high walls that have been maybe not designed to mark off different districts, but have been used to mark off the different districts of the city. And there's this massive grand archway in one of the walls. And standing at the wall is about what looks like an entire platoon of Paladions. So 10 of them, plus their captain, standing there at the wall, kind of making sure just the coast is good, because beyond them you see much nicer buildings, very dark wood, some bright colored streamers, long poles with torches on top that seem to be like probably lit at night to give the place a nice ethereal glow. This is definitely the nice part of town. You can see some really nice, not so much businesses, but like mansions beyond the wall, which is of course like 20 feet thick, so it's like not just an archway, but it's like almost a tunnel, and you would go through it and you would be in the really nice part of town. And the cobblestone is very clean, it's very smooth, it seems to not even, you could wear heels and not even trip. Like, it's nice. But there are 11 paladins between you and that, and as you step up, 2 of them stop in front of you, put out their hands. Hold. Only residents beyond this point. You have documentation?
Yes. I'm a diplomat. I'm meeting with Artúr, and I hand them my scroll of pedigree.
Roll a deception check. Well, you're not technically lying. Deception or persuasion, your choice.
Let's go with persuasion since I have efficiency. 15.
One of them looks at the other. Kind of the other one shrugs a bit. All right. Go on through. They step to the side, give you a quick salute, and you're allowed to pass through.
Thank you. And I give a curtsy.
Soot mimics Cat and also gives a curtsy. He doesn't get it.
So you all walk into this very nice part of town. The Eye of Justine is actually about to pass over you, because it's almost noon, and it's going clockwise around the city. It's about to pass over top of the keep to the north-ish and west of you, the big, tall structure beyond the wall and several hundred meters away. But you are in the nice ritzy part of town. You see these 3-story buildings made of dark wood and pale plaster. Some of it's painted. They're all in these different colors and designs. Looks like things pulled from all different parts of the world and just brought here to make these people's lives as nice as possible. So you keep walking, and every house is nicer than the last, and you're not really sure where to look. I need everyone to roll an investigation check.
Okay.
See if they can figure out what house is the right one.
All right.
She's in that would be a 15. She's in what? The grain industry is what they said?
Artúr Grayne supposedly runs Grayne Industries, which seems to work with maybe shipping, as the bookshop owner seemed to imply. But he
Okay,
wasn't
so
very specific. He seemed like it should be common knowledge the way he spoke about it.
I rolled a 17.
You rolled a 17?
Yes.
Excellent. Kit, what do you got?
Kit?
Oh no, did we lose Kit?
Did we lose a Kit? Everyone reconnect.
I can hear the water fountain.
Yeah, I can hear the water fountain too.
Kit?
Kit!
Yeah.
Sorry, that was loud.
Helga has gone prone.
Are you getting Kit? Because I'm still not getting Kit.
Helga is very, very quiet for the moment.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Is Tip? Are you still there?
Yep.
I can only hear you, Michael.
Reconnect, Curly.
We'll also reconnect.
Yeah, because I can hear you, Tiff.
I'm heard? Okay, delightful.
And I can hear Curly.
Kit, maybe Kit stepped out.
Perhaps. Maybe Kit is in the potty.
Or is the potty?
We shall go ahead. All right, so the two of you rolled a 15 and a 17, respectively?
Yes.
All right.
Assuming you asked if I rolled a 17.
Yes.
Sweet.
So yeah, the two of you are kind of looking around. You do see what looks like a 3-story building made of very dark gray wood. Almost entirely gray wood. However, the first floor is made of this really nice stone slate. Almost the same kind of gray, but it has this reflectiveness to it that really gives kind of a look. It's a very specific design. You know what I'm talking about. It's got the stone first floor, and then the rest of it's all wooden plaster.
Yeah.
It is a nice fucking house. The roof kind of curves up at the corners, almost in a way to make the lines look a little straighter. But it's only after you look at it for a couple of seconds you realize the corners are tilted up slightly. And it's just this way to make it's this weird optical illusion to make the lines of the building look straighter and longer. So you approach this building and you do see it has this really nice fenced yard that is open. It's not gated. But there is a sign right on one of the stone pillars that the metal fence is kind of affixed to. There's stone pillars at every, about 5 feet tall with a pointed top, every 10 or so feet between which is a metal black iron fence. But at this entryway, which has a little stone path leading up to the front door, these 2 double oak doors, there is a sign on that does say Grayne and has a little sign of what looks like a stylized icosahedron.
Could you say that again?
Icosahedron. It's a D20.
Ah.
I thought that was a dodecahedron.
No, dodecahedron is a D12.
Oh.
Yeah. This is very meta.
Yes, it is very meta.
So it's a little distracted looking at the shiny surface. As you know, birds kind of do, where they're like struck with the image of themselves. They gotta stare a little.
Yeah, the placard, it has the, as you look closer at the symbol, it's not just a 20-sided rendered shape in 2D. It's actually this shape, but within it seems to be etched some elven letters.
What does it say? I read Elven.
It is the elven letters for A and G.
Good.
Artúr, Grayne, you surmise.
Neat. All right.
Do you approach the building?
I'm a knock.
All right, as you approach the building, you knock, and about 10 minutes later, you're waiting for a bit. After the first minute passes, you kind of knock again, wait a little longer, kind of bang really hard on it, and you swear you hear the sound of a ting-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling inside the building, maybe like a bell ringing, like, oh, somebody needs to get that. And you wait for a moment, you hear some shuffling, and the door opens, and this old thin woman answers the door. Elven she looks, but she has I don't know, a more fuller frame. She's taller. She's tall for an elf. And her ears are ever so rounded. And she answers the door and she says, hello, I am Narina. I am the mistress of the house. Can I help you?
Yes. We have friends who are friends of Artúr, and we knew that they were looking for her. Are they in?
I will see. The master of the house is busy, but I will be back in a moment if you would wait here, please.
It is a matter of urgency.
Understood. One moment. She shuts the door really quickly. And you wait for another minute. 5 minutes.
I really do hate this city.
Are you like looking around, or are you just staring at the door?
I'm looking around. I'm keeping aware.
What's your passive perception?
15.
All right, yeah, you do notice on the 3rd floor, one of the windows above the main entryway, which it kind of juts out just a little bit, and it has a bit of a border around it. Not necessarily a balcony, because there's no way to get onto it. It's just one of those, it looks like a balcony, but you can't actually get onto it to use it as a balcony. It's just kind of there.
Mm-hmm. Decorative. Rich
Yeah.
people shit.
Yeah, rich people shit. Although you do realize, after a second of thinking, you're just like, oh my god, it's one of those useless things. You do see the windows are big enough to actually step through, so maybe not as non-utilitarian as you thought, but still just extravagant. You do notice on the 3rd floor, one of the curtains of the windows kind of pull aside for a second and close. And then that 5 minutes passes, and then you hear the sound of footsteps coming to the door, and the door opens again quickly, and that same older half-elven woman answers the door. Yes, actually, the master of the house is entertaining some guests at the moment, but she has agreed to see you. She appears to have been expecting you. If you would please follow me, actually. She opens the door and steps to the side.
Fishy.
Is she being fishy?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll an inside check.
Huh. 5.
She just seems kind of weird.
Soot doesn't really see anything wrong with this, so he just follows her.
And I assume Helga's totally fine with all of this.
Duh.
Yeah. All right, so you are led into the foyer, which is this massive room, like 40 feet on either side. There's a grand staircase leading up to the second floor, and then 2 flanking staircases coming back on either side of that stairway up to the 3rd floor. There's a massive chandelier made of crystal that sparkles and glistens in candlelight. And there's a couple of hallways going off to either side, which you are actually led to the left down one of those hallways. And Narina kind of like turns around and makes sure that all 3 of you falling, kind of ushers you down this hallway and leads you off to an antechamber, which is kind of a small sitting room. There's a painting. There's a weird tall contraption that Katrina, you recognize, is a grandfather clock, which is actually a rather recent invention in the last couple of decades. And a nice couch, a couple of tables, like a nice coffee table. There's a plant in the corner. And Narina says, now, if you will just wait here for a few minutes, the master of the house will come and see you. Is there anything I can get you? Something to drink, perhaps?
How about some emergency?
Sure. I'll see what I can find. And
Look,
she
I'm
shuts
sorry.
the door.
That was a bit harsh.
Sit's nodding, but he pats your hand anyway. Can we look around the room?
Sure thing.
Insight check.
Well, no, not insight check. If you're gonna like go in and like look around things, you can roll an investigation check or maybe a perception check, whatever you prefer. They will yield different results.
I'm going to go with.
Are you digging or are you just looking?
I'm just looking. I'm gonna go with perception.
Okay.
I rolled 8.
You rolled an 8. So there's this weird tall thing that makes this ticking noise that you've never seen before, and it's very interesting. But it has like the phases of the moon on it, and you're like, oh, that's pretty. And there's also a painting. And a window looking outside.
So it just like keeps mimicking the sound of the clock. It gets very irritating.
That's really helping.
Hey, it's cool.
So, Katrina, what are you doing?
I'm pacing.
You're pacing?
Yes.
All right.
So it's keeping time with her pacing.
Every step, Katrina, you just hear it. And you like, at one point, you try to stutter step just to mess with Soot. Gets it perfectly on time.
Kat is very quickly losing her patience.
Mm-hmm.
So is Soot. Maybe we should just go explore. Explore?
We're already in quite a bit of shit.
Chess reading.
But exploring.
But exploring.
What would Helga want to do?
Break something.
Yeah. I feel like the ticking would annoy Helga enough to maybe break the clock. Or maybe not. I don't know. I can't speak for Helga.
I don't know. Neither can I. I'm gonna call Kit, I guess.
Yeah.
Hope
What's
they're
up?
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
Hey, we're still live.
did
did you fall asleep?
I?
Maybe?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, buddy.
Kit. Are you okay?
Sleepy. Sorry.
I know you've had a long week.
What
Do we
just
need
happened?
to end?
Yeah, we can end. We're in our room.
A lot.
Okay, they muted themselves, so
What?
oh, there you are. For some reason my computer muted you.
Oh my god. I literally just. Oh my god. I'm embarrassed.
No, it's cool. We honestly thought you were pooping.
We just like totally ran with it too. We're like, they're probably pooping.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, it's alright.
Oh yeah, you're gonna love going back and listening to this episode where you've been asleep for like the past 20 minutes.
Oh my god.
It's okay.
Are you good to continue, or do we need to end?
I think I'm good. I got a good power nap in.
Would anyone like to catch Kid up on what just happened?
I can say it. I'm assuming that the last thing did you hear us entering the fancy town?
Fancy town?
Alright.
Oh no.
Wow. Okay. So after our riveting handheld moment, we
Yeah, that's
decided-
the last thing I remember. I still got my cursor in the temporary hit points.
Oh my god.
well, you get 5 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Perfect. Alright, so we entered the fancy part of town, which eludes me, and we managed to get in and both find Artúr's house, which is this very tall, fancy building of gray wood and shiny stone.
Uh-huh.
And after a lot of waiting, we were let in, and now we're currently being left waiting in a very fancy room with a giant clock.
Ah.
Though I don't think neither one of us knows it's a clock.
No, Cat would know.
Cat
No,
would know.
but
Would
not-
Helga know?
Helga has never seen a clock in her fucking life.
I don't think Soot has either.
You definitely haven't.
Look at that thing. Circular.
It's a weird ticking. It's a grandfather clock, so it's this weird tall object that's making a ticking sound, has a pendulum in it, and has like, you know, these weird symbols and shapes on a circular dais at the top. And there's a painting in the corner. Or not
So
at the
what
corner,
this
taking up
does
the wall.
is tell us how long we've been fucking waiting. I'm sorry. I'm very angry. I'm still very angry.
So-
Punching an innocent child didn't really help relieve my anger. Just made me more angry.
Soot hands her a pillow.
It's
It's
like a
like-
throw
he's like-
pillow. It's not really comfortable. It's just nice.
Yeah, he's like holding out a pillow, like, not sure what you want to do with this.
Hmm?
And then if Cat's not gonna do anything, he just kind of throws it down
Thank you.
and shrugs.
I don't want to injure someone else's furniture.
So yeah, y'all have been kind of sitting in here, like, pacing. Soot has been making the sound of ticking clock. Like, matching the sound of the ticking clock, except to the tempo of Katrina's pacing. So what have you been doing, Helga?
Sleeping.
Helga took a power nap. Yeah, we'll just say Helga took a power nap.
Standing up power nap.
Standing up power nap. Helga's just, yeah, you're all kind of walking around, and then you realize Helga hasn't, like, said anything or moved in a minute, and you look and Helga's, like, snoring against the wall.
It's been a rough day.
It has.
And then Helga jerks awake.
Someone was calling me.
Well, it's like really sad in context.
Oh my god.
Oh. Soot's sick of waiting. He opens the door a little bit and peeks out into the
Okay.
hall.
The door doesn't open.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. He's, like, jiggling the door.
Not moving.
Shit rating. He's looking back at you guys like, God.
You all see Soot struggling with the door.
All right, I'm gonna reach and see if Soot's just a little baby. Can I open it?
Go ahead and roll a strength check.
I am not the baby. I am good boy.
Come on, computer.
16.
You turn the handle and put your foot up against the wall and yank with all your might, and it's not coming. Ugh.
And I hate when you yank with all your might, but it doesn't come.
Oh my god.
Nice to have
Oh
you
my-
back, kid.
Oh my Fana. Do I have to rub like ash on you too?
Just like just absentmindedly, without even thinking of it, just like smear a little on Helga's ass.
All right. I've had enough. Someone better attend to us or I'm going to burn the fucking door down.
She'll do it. She'll do it too. You know she will.
Everyone roll a perception check really quick.
Alright.
This is very specific because Katrina just yelled very loudly.
20.
Okay.
10.
Okay.
This thing's making me scroll down. Perception.
Mm-hmm.
I roll. Let me go to chat. I roll a 13.
All right. So both Helga and Katrina. So it just sounds like Katrina's yelling and frustrated, and you're like, "Yeah, righteous anger."
Righteous anger.
Arrgh. But Helga and Katrina, you do notice, like, Helga, you've, like, been out in the woods and, like, done some yelling just because it's fun. Been at the top of a mountain and yelled because it's fun.
And
and
yelled out of frustration.
And you've kind of, like, started to... You have a grasp of what acoustics sound like. And what's weird is when Katrina yells, the acoustics in this room feel very close. Not like it's... Like, the sound isn't leaving the room.
This
We are
room is
trapped.
isn't it?
And it's at that point that the room begins to spin. You feel the floor shift under you.
Oh,
And it spins around and around, faster and faster. And the crazy thing is, as everything's kind of moving around the room, the chair shifts, the grandfather clock across the floor a little bit. The painting kind of tilts slightly on the wall. The view out the window doesn't shift at all, and you just feel the spinning and spinning, and you feel yourself like getting super motion sick until suddenly it stops.
This is bananas.
And the room
can
kind of
Soot have
settles.
jumped on a piece of furniture?
Absolutely.
Can I roll acrobatics?
If you'd like to. I was going to say it just happens, but sure.
Oh! I'll still roll. Why not?
Go
Got
ahead.
plus 6. 18. I rolled an 18 plus 6.
Yeah, you hop on the couch and kind of just, like, hold on for dear life as everything's, like, shifting around the room.
Ooh! Scott!
And everything is about as it was before, if not shifted slightly to the left.
All right, I'm going to try the door again.
Still closed.
Is it still locked?
Not moving.
So, wait, what does the room look like now?
Roll a perception check.
Perception. 13.
13? So everything has kind of been shifted counterclockwise slightly, like maybe a foot or so around the room. The view out the window, like, it was midday when you got here, and there's still like that amount of light, but there's something bluer about it. The clock is still ticking away, like it wasn't disturbed at all. There's that massive painting. It's like a probably like a 32 by 46 inch painting. Like, it's a big fucking painting on the wall, like in this nice gilt golden frame and everything.
The time hasn't jumped, has it?
The hands on the clock have not shifted necessarily. No.
Has the image on the clock shifted? The moon phases?
Well, instead of numbers, the clock actually has, and you realize this actually suddenly as you're looking at it, it only has one hand, which is weird. And the clock only has the phases of the moon on it, not any numbers.
And it's bluer outside.
It's weirdly bluer outside. Do you approach the window?
I do approach the window, like I tap on the glass.
There's a full moon outside.
What the fuck? Moon? He like gestures to the other two to look out.
But it's like daylight.
It's warm on your skin as the light coming in feels warm like sunlight, but it's weird. It's blue and there's a fucking full moon outside. You can see stars.
Does the face of the clock also point to a full moon?
It does not. It points to a waning crescent, following the progression in clockwise.
I tap on the window.
You tap on the window? It makes a terrible meowing sound. No.
Crumpet's here!
You just hear... It's thick glass.
I walk over to there's like a couch, isn't there?
There's a couch. It's like a settee, you know, like a not like a love seat, but it's one of those nice like curved couches with nice upholstery on it.
Does it have like a nice little blanket on it?
Not so much a blanket, a couple of throw pillows, maybe like a doily kind of on it. Like, so nothing you can cover up with, but just something to accent the colors.
I grab the doily.
Okay.
I wrap it around my hand.
Mm.
I punch the window.
Roll a strength check.
Natural 20.
Ooh, baby!
What is it with your strength?
With my modifier, it's a 24.
With a modifier, it's 24. Okay. Well, because you got a natural 20, I'll say you cracked the glass, but you take...
I wrapped the doily so I wouldn't cut my hand.
Yeah, you still take bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's fair.
But the glass has this tiny little in it.
Some strong glass.
Yeah. And this is a small window. It's like maybe like 2 feet wide by like 3 feet tall. Has like a curve to it. There's some nice curtains along the side.
So it goes back to the painting, and
You investigate the painting?
yeah.
All right. Well, as you look at the painting, you know, it was originally it was just like a bunch of color on it, but you realize it's this strangely detailed acrylic painting of, and it looks like they did like thick dollops of paint on it. Like it has a texture to it. It's not just like, you know, just an image. It has like this 3D almost look to it from the thickness of the painting.
Can I touch it?
Michael, they have fantasy acrylics.
Yes, they have fantasy acrylics. It's the equivalent of acrylic painting.
Set touches.
They made paintings like this in the fucking 1800s. Don't do this to me.
Yeah, with oil paint.
Oil.
Shut up! They have an equivalent of acrylics. Whatever it
What
is.
of acrylic?
Equivalent.
Magic paint.
Fine. Fuck it. It's an oil painting.
I love you.
It's pointillism. You happy?
Well,
Pointillism is a
that's
style.
a
That
style,
doesn't
that's
have
not a
anything to
medium.
do.
I will
Yeah.
throw something at you through this computer.
Come at me, bro.
Yeah, they're very well rested. They can take you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took a short rest.
You know, I love nitpicking.
I love it when you nitpick.
No, you hate it.
Because it reminds me so much of me. It's a fucking oil painting of this interesting starscape. With a painting of there's this stylized serpent coiled between and around the sun and moon. And as you look at it, on the frame, there's this little plaque at the bottom that's written in Elvish, Soot, which sadly you do not read.
I don't read it.
I cannot read.
Soot knows that I do because I read the other thing.
Soot waves Cat over and points to the sign.
Sorry, that was very
placard.
meta.
Soot, no, he already knows. Like, I mean, well, no, I guess he didn't say anything, but he gestures for you guys to come look at the painting with him.
Sure thing.
Come
See.
As you approach Katrina, you see this very nice painting of the serpent, the sun, and the moon, and the plaque in Elvish, which reads, "Do not dwell on the past. Adjust yourself to the here and now."
Huh.
Doesn't really seem to have much to do with the painting, weirdly enough. It's like those girls that take Instagram photos of themselves on a dock, but then it says something like, "She flowed like the wind."
So it's like one of those mom things where it's like live, laugh, love.
You don't know.
Fantasy kitsch.
Is the clock still ticking?
Yes, it is. It's ticking.
Mm-hmm.
Or you hear ticking from it.
I move over to it. Is the hand moving?
Not at all.
I'm gonna move the hand forward.
You move the hand to what position?
Doggy.
All right, so you move the hand to doggy position.
I move it to. What time was it when we got here?
We got here at. That's a good question.
It was like.
Soot would
early-
know. Soot would
Yeah.
know. It's about noon.
Oh,
All right, so I move it to noon.
yeah. Soot points to the noon.
All right, so the noon position is the full moon. And as you move it up to that approximation, the window immediately shifts to daylight. And you hear a light behind you.
Door unlocked?
Do you go check it?
Yep.
Yeah. You open it up, and there's darkness beyond.
The door?
Yep.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Like, is it like nighttime darkness or is it like a weird darkness?
Like complete
There's this cavernous, empty darkness before you.
That's weird darkness.
The rest of the mansion is not there. It is just emptiness. And if you look down, the light spilling from the window plays across some wooden planks that seem to kind of curve slightly. And some rope on either side.
Soot gestures to his holy symbol on his wrist. And, light?
Yeah, light.
Okay, I cast light on my holy symbol.
What is the distance that the light casts?
Let's see. 10 feet. Damn, wait. Oh, wait, no. 20 feet radius.
20-foot radius of bright light and another 20 feet of dim light.
Yeah,
so 40 feet of light, basically.
Yeah.
You cast it on your wrist, and it flares out before you, and it reveals an empty space beyond the door, except for a rope bridge stretching across a who knows how deep chasm. And it goes off into darkness a lot farther than your light travels.
Well, no time to focus on but the present, nowhere to go but forward. And I test it gently with my foot.
It makes a weird meowing sound. Crumpet is not happy with this. Yeah, Crumpet is actually like making some very concerned meowing noises from under your collar, Helga.
Oh, come here, egg. Meow.
Yeah, you try it. It seems solid.
All right, I move forward.
Soot is following tentatively behind, but he's holding on to the back of Cat's dress.
All right, so you walk another 20 feet. It reveals more of the bridge. You walk another 20 feet, it reveals even more of the bridge, and you walk another 20 feet, and the bridge ends at what looks like a semicircular platform. And as you approach this platform, you see actually the far wall of this chasm.
Chasm.
And standing in a line along this wall are 3 statues of not paladins, but elven figures. Each of them with one hand held out to shake as if in greeting, the other one grasping an object. The one on the far left is grasping a sword, the one in the middle a book, and the one on the right an unlit torch.
A torch, a torch, a book, and a what?
A sword.
A sword.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Would I recognize these statues from a... I don't think I would have seen it, but from like a religion or history check?
From that book you read about elven religions, perhaps?
Yeah, I'm looking at the elderly elven...
Go ahead and roll a religion check.
All right. No advantage?
No advantage. Just the ability for you to actually roll a religion check would come from this. Well, do you have proficiency in religion checks? Okay, yeah.
I do.
You're fine. Go ahead.
I got 23, but I'll roll again.
No, you're fine. 23 is good.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
23. Hey. So you look at these figures, and they seem to be perhaps lesser elven deities. No names are given, but they seem to like one be of maybe representing the concept of strength. Another one, the concept of knowledge, and maybe the concept of bravery.
Ooh.
Nothing. It seems to be mostly symbolic. But do you approach them, or do you just kind of like watch from the corner? Which one do you approach?
I'm going to approach the bravery one.
The one with the sword?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who amongst you is strongest? Booms out from the statue. Without it moving. It just booms out from it.
Ooh. Soot points at like... Well, actually, in Soot's mind, they're both strong.
Helga beat Kavacha at an arm wrestling competition.
That is true. I guess Soot points at Helga.
Mm-hmm.
Helga, do you step forward?
Yes.
All right. As you approach, the statue booms out again. Strength is nothing if you have no brain. Give me emotion.
Emotion?
Give me emotion.
Emotion?
Are you saying emotion or emotion?
Emotion.
It repeats it again. Strength is nothing if you have no brain. Give me emotion.
Okay, emotion. Helga fucking cries.
Oh, wow.
Very easy for her to do.
So you do.
Can't believe you didn't make me roll over anything.
I'm not gonna make you roll for something you can just do.
Roll to cry.
Roll to cry. All right, Helga.
What would that be?
Let's out some tears.
That'd be like charisma, Constitution.
You cry for like a minute, a couple of good sobs out, and you feel a little lighter. Statue hasn't moved.
Maybe. emotion, and then so it, like, flicks onto the statue. Emotion?
Push it.
You push the statue.
Push it.
All right, it's embedded into the wall, so you kind of push against the wall a bit. It's like the statue is standing on a dais
Gonna walk
that
up
comes
to
out
it,
from the wall.
and I'm gonna push it.
Maybe tell it something emotional.
Oof.
Mm.
So, did you
Yeah.
flick the statue specifically, or did you kind of like wave your hand towards the statue?
Oh, no, I waved my hand towards it. Like, I was just like,
okay, cool.
saying emote on statue.
Emote on the statue.
Yeah.
Oh. I whisper. I go up and whisper the statue my saddest stories.
The statue's facial expression does not change.
Oh,
Does it cry?
rude.
Dang.
Maybe it needs a happy story. Oh no, I can't think of any right now.
We're just a bunch of.
Do you want to move to a different statue while you think about that?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. And the next statue is the one with the book. Who amongst you is the cleverest?
Not me.
So it looks between the two of them, and I shrugs and steps forward. It's like, probably me.
Intelligence cannot make change if you lack determination. Retrieve my scabbard.
Scab.
Oh, I'm sorry. The first one you stepped up to did have a book. The one who asked about cleverest is the one with the sword.
Huh.
Oh.
Retrieve my scabbard. Yeah.
Did one of your statues have a scabbard?
Yeah. That's a...
Wow.
Well, oh, actually, no. That's not true. Scabbard...
Is
Is
what
it
a sword goes in.
Yeah. So, and the other one has a torch.
Mm-hmm.
Can we step up to the torch statue?
Sure. Who amongst you is most brave?
That would be me.
Bravery cannot help you if you are a liar.
Ooh.
Reveal to me a truth of your fear.
I fear I'll never live up to the expectation that I'm supposed to.
The torch flares to life, and the statue kind of shakes its hand as if you had grasped it and puts it down at its side.
Sorry, guys, I got the easy one.
Fuck you.
Get him a scabbard. Show him emotion?
Maybe
He
Soot's
said,
the
give
strongest.
me emotion specifically.
Give him
Does it-
emotion.
Does it want a heart?
Wait. So it goes up to the one with the... What was it? Sword?
With the
Yeah.
scabbard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Wait, I thought you said that one has a
The
scabbard?
one with the book said, who amongst you is strongest?
Okay, and he
Strength
requests...
is nothing if you have no brain. Give me emotion.
Okay.
The one with the book.
Okay, book, emotion.
Sword, retrieve my scabbard.
Okay.
Is there a scabbard to be seen?
Roll a perception check. With disadvantage because it's dark as fuck.
Well, I have a light on.
It's only going for 20 feet.
Damn.
Look around. 9.
You don't see a scabbard.
Sword needs a scabbard, book needs a motion.
I've been waiting to throw puzzles at you guys for like 6 sessions now.
Soot is smart. Tiffany is not. This is Tip is not. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Puzzles are supposed to challenge the players, not the characters.
Soot goes up to the book.
Okay.
The book statue yet again.
Okay.
And I don't.
And the book said,
Show me emotion.
No,
And
the
that-
book said strength. The book said verbatim, strength is nothing if you have no brain. Give me emotion. Not show me emotion.
EMOT.
Give me emotion.
Punch his face to make him sad.
Yeah, so it actually like goes up and smacks the statue.
All right, roll a strength saving throw.
Oh shit.
I wanted to smack it.
Yeah, that one's Helga's.
Sorry, I don't.
Yeah, you were not the one that stepped forward, so.
Sorry, I could not communicate that. Okay, I didn't do too bad. Saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 15, 16, 18.
All right. A blast of wind erupts from the statue, and you almost feel yourself blown off your feet, and you skid back a couple of feet. And you look back, and you see just the end of that half circle of stone and that bottomless pit.
So it like scrambles back onto the platform.
Let's maybe let Helga handle that one.
He
Yeah.
does.
I want to punch it now.
Okay. You punch the statue. Roll an attack roll.
Just
Helga,
yeah.
give it a hug.
I already said I was gonna punch it.
Okay, we'll punch it first and then give it a hug.
Okay, hold on. I don't know what to click because I don't have a punching button.
Roll a strength check. It's basically a strength check. Because you're not proficient in unarmed attacks.
Yeah, hold on.
So it's holding on to Cat. He's a very frazzled bird.
Oh, poor baby.
I rolled a 7.
You bunk it on the nose.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, and then Kat said give it a hug, so I'll give him a hug now.
So you do. It's a nice hug.
Why would a smack but not a punch blow me back? I say as the player, not say.
Yeah.
As you're hugging, the statue booms out again. Strength is nothing if you have no brain. Give me emotion. You've been trying to, if I may, elicit emotion from the statue. How would you give it emotion?
You draw a smiley face on it.
With what?
I'm gonna borrow Soot's
I have-
charcoal.
Yeah, I have charcoal.
Yeah.
Okay, you take some
I'll-
You
charcoal.
draw a smiley face on his statue face.
The statue, the stone of the statue actually smiles and snaps the book closed and kind of settles itself back, puts its arm down.
Dang.
Yeah, boy.
Now I have to find a scabbard. What's
Vagina.
And what did that one say?
That one said, intelligence cannot make change if you lack determination. Retrieve my scabbard.
It's a vagina.
No.
No.
It's a vagina.
no? I want to do something maybe kind of. Does it actually make damage? No, it doesn't. I don't think this burns a spell slot. Mike, check me on this. I want to cast Daylight.
Daylight is a leveled spell, I think. Let me see.
Yeah, but it's one of the like.
It's a 3rd level evocation. You
Yeah.
have it prepared always, but
Oh.
it still counts as a spell slot.
Mm,
You can still do that though. That will definitely light the fuck up this place.
that's true. But also, I want to keep the other ones in case they feel important to me. Also, I still have light. I guess I look back at the sword. I put my hands around it.
Okay.
Nothing.
Nope.
Dang it.
It's a sword.
Eat it.
Is it shaped like something? A specific shape?
Well, with your
You
hands
know,
around
though.
it kind of looks like a sword.
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah, let me get my damn punchline in, jeez.
I'm
Looks
gonna
like
throw
what?
ash at you, Mike.
It looks like a sword.
Mm.
It looks like a normal short sword
Find me my scabbard.
of elven make, so it's kind of curved, leaf-shaped a bit.
What were the
Yeah,
exact words?
really
again?
shaped.
Leaning towards the left a little bit.
Oof.
What were the exact words again?
This statue said, who amongst you is the cleverest? Intelligence cannot make change if you lack determination. Retrieve my scabbard.
I follow along the walls to see if there's anything. Like I search around the sphere.
Okay, go ahead and roll an
the
investigation
circumference
check.
of the. Yeah. Okay. Fuck me.
Are any of you helping?
Yeah, I'm gonna help look.
Okay.
Yeah.
Soot, you have advantage.
Okay, thank you. Come on. What is it? Okay, that's not as bad. 14.
14? Alright, as you're kind of moving around the semicircle of stone, trying not to, like, step over the edge, you come back to the bridge midway through, and as you're moving, you kind of raise your arm up to kind of touch one of the wooden poles that the bridge is attached to, and you see a glint off in the darkness by the middle of the bridge.
I know what I need to do. Soot looks back at his friends. Can't think of any proper spells to do, and the rope's not long enough. Okay, so it walks onto the bridge to
Okay.
investigate the glint.
Alright, you walk 20 feet. Another 20 feet, and you're now in the middle of the bridge.
40.
And you see that glint of light about another 10 feet off the side of the bridge. And as you raise your arm up to get a better look, you see a stone oblong shape, a sword scabbard, suspended in midair over the chasm. And the two of you kind of watch Soot just kind of like standing there in the middle of the bridge. The two of you kind of wrapped in darkness, except for the little bit from the torch that the statue holds. And it's a wooden torch. It's an actual torch. Like, it's just there in its hand.
Out of curiosity, I cast Mage Hand and lift the Mage Hand toward it. Can I touch it?
How far does Mage Hand go?
Good question.
Because you're currently like 50 feet away from it.
30 feet. So yeah, I'll walk towards, I will hold on to the rail before I cast it.
Okay.
And like go by Soot and then cast Mage Hand.
Your hand, Katrina kind of moves her hand quickly, and sparks shoot out from her hand that form almost a ghostly spectral glove that then kind of wavers slowly in the air towards the scabbard and grasps onto the scabbard and pulls on it. And it comes towards Soot.
Oh, I grab it.
And you grab it. And you now
Okay.
have it.
And I rush over the bridge.
And you push past Katrina. You rush over the bridge.
Because I'm not about this bridge. And I rush to the statue and put the scabbard on the sword.
All right,
You're
Katrina, do you
welcome.
follow?
Yeah, I follow.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
And Soot, you go up to the statue and you take the sheath and you kind of like put it over the statue. You kind of like, as you like go to like try and put it on the sword, the statue grabs the scabbard from you and sheathes its sword and stands back a little bit. And then the one with the torch, who actually no, the one with the sword, who was in the middle of the three of them, slides to the side to reveal another dark passageway.
So like shrugs at his companions. His light cantrip is still going.
Yep, it is.
So,
It lasts until dispelled, so...
Yeah, so I guess he's still looking out
Oh,
into...
shit, fuck, shit. Sorry.
You hear ominous drumming down the hall.
Sorry.
He looks at his companions and just, like, gestures forward.
All right. I continue forward.
All right. You pass through, and it's this it's a long hallway. You about 5 feet on either side, an arched stone upper top. Just Helga's hair is kind of like brushing the top of it. It's definitely made for someone not her height. And you keep going about 10, 20, 30, 50 feet. You come to a wooden door set in the stone. And as you reach for it, it swings open of its own accord. Outward. To more darkness. And the light of Soot's bracelet illuminates another dais about 20 feet forward and 20 feet on either side. It's another semicircular platform, except this one doesn't have a bridge on the other end. It has a small stairway with no railing, about 10 feet wide, going down. And you're now in open space, by the way. This isn't in a hallway anymore.
Are there any statues on this one or anything?
No statues, just open space.
And stairs.
And some stairs going down a little bit. Would you like me to show you?
Yes.
Actually, yeah.
Hold on, I have to do a thing. There we go. There you go.
Well, isn't that interesting that there is?
And that's as far as your whatchamacallit, your view goes. Let me just show the audience what the fuck they're supposed to be able to see. There you go.
Yeah, Mike, show me what I'm looking at.
I'm showing the audience. There we go.
Perfect. Can I do an insight of this area and the stairs?
Sure. Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Do you mean it?
Well, would it be insight or perception?
Roll perception. Because you can't insightfully observe the stones.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. 21.
21?
Yes.
All right. Well, with the light that you're emitting, let me see. You're emitting 20 feet of light from you. Bright light. Everything else would be dim light, but none of you have dark vision, so that doesn't matter. 5, 10, 15, 20. Nope, you can see as much as you see currently.
I guess I step forward towards the stairs.
Sure.
See if that helps any.
Just come over here, right on the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so you can now see...
Ooh.
You can see the stairs go down for about, like, 15 feet-ish. And then they come to what looks to be... They come to a rest at what looks to be even larger circular platform in the middle of this empty space. Going down so far, you can't see past your light, but you do see it's not just like free-floating stone. It like seems to have been built up from a ground, but you don't know how long these pillars that you're standing on top of are.
So gestures to his companions. Come see, come see,
That's really cute that that's now a thing.
come see.
What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna move forward, I guess.
All right. Helga? Helga!
Helga, honey, did you sleep?
I'm gonna call them again.
Well,
Hello?
I just got a call from you.
Yeah, you fell asleep again.
I fucking...
Are you okay?
I'm just...
Should we end this section now?
I've been trying to get us to like a stopping point. Do we need to end like right now? In this
Maybe.
darkness?
Hello, darkness.
Do you think you can handle it for another 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Because we're almost to a stopping point.
Yeah.
Okay.
What am I needing to do?
So you're in this dark room. You're on another semicircular platform on the other end of this hallway. There's some stairs going down, and Soot has just revealed what looks like another larger stone dais, kind of just further down these stairs, in this big empty space.
Hmm.
And he's like gestured to his friends to come see.
Let's see the stairs.
Go down? He doesn't want to be the first one to go down.
Oh, yeah, let's go down.
All right, Helga goes down.
All right.
Helga, you go down to the... Helga and Katrina, you both kind of lead the charge, and Soot
Yeah.
follows.
Sits in the back.
We'll say for the sake of brevity that the three of you eventually come to the middle of this circular platform. With kind of a raised central section, if you will. And maybe like, a foot. It's not raised like significantly, but there's a slightly raised central section. There's some more stairs going upward at about the same angle as the stairs that you just came down, perhaps to more platforms. And it's at that moment that you hear a weird grinding sound. And you hear this strange chittering that Helga and Katrina is horrifyingly familiar and evokes the sense of burning and the image of a ship on fire enters your minds.
Mm-mm.
Oh no!
As
Not
these
the
strange
freaking roll.
robotic arachnoid creatures
No!
appear in the darkness around you, in just barely glinting in the strange metallic material that they're made of, these glowing crystals in the center of their bodies. And as they chitter and charge towards you, we're going to end our episode there.
Oh,
We
God.
blew us all up last time we found these things.
Wait, what?
I have a pyrotechnics problem.
Oh, gosh. Oh no.
So yeah, that's going to be the end of our episode today, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching and listening, whether you're here live or seeing or hearing this on YouTube or your favorite podcast app. If you are listening to this on iTunes, please be sure to leave us a review because it super duper helps us out. And if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment about your favorite part and maybe your predictions for the next episode, which will be live on twitch.tv/DiceyDecision. There is no S because that one was sadly taken. The next episode is going to be in 2 Fridays from the recording of this episode, which is going to be October 11th, in 2 weeks, with the VOD and podcast on YouTube, wherever podcasts can be found, respectively, posted the following Friday. So if you're listening to this at a later date, we might be live this coming Friday, so double check your calendar. Once again, that Twitch channel is twitch.tv/DiceyDecision, as in a single bad decision, like walking into this building. Thank you all so much for being here. Please be safe, share some love, and tell a story. Good night, everyone!
Night. Love you.
Bye.